Hey guys. Today I'm going to demonstrate a simple little VCV Rack trick that I came up with this morning. And what we're going to do is turn this bell sound, double up, into a nice big pretty drone that you can get entirely lost in. We're going to do it with the NYSTHI Sussudio module. NYSTHI is a sample player. You might imagine it as like loading up a tape loop and then having a number of different playheads at different positions on the loop, but they can move at independent speeds. You can set their start and end times to different positions. It's pretty cool. You'll notice that in this case, I have all of their speed controls set to 0 and their speed control voltage gate set all the way up to 100%. Each one of those heads is controlled separately by one of these 6 LFOs, which are all set to different frequencies. So their periods are all different lengths. Right now, though, I have this knob, which I use to set all of their pulse widths entirely open. So they're putting out plus 5 volts all the time. And so the little tape heads accordingly are moving forward at 100% speed all the time. What's it sound like when all 6 of those play our bell sample at the same time? It sounds too loud. Dreadful, isn't it? Here it comes again. Huge. A little bit out of sync. Now, if we dial back the pulse width on all the squares, you'll see the little playheads start to bounce back and forth. And so they are. They're all kind of hovering around this point about a third of the way through. But by lengthening or decreasing the high portion of the duty cycle of the square wave, we can make them more likely to move forward or backward. So let's pass a negative voltage and watch the little playheads move backwards more frequently than forwards. So now we're still hovering in place because I set the pulse width to 50% again. But we've rewound a little closer to the beginning. Want to head towards the end? It's quieter out there. But a little boring. So let's head back. That should hold us. Now we have 6 heads hovering around this point, all putting out little loops of portions of this bell sound. That's nice, but it's not very rich. These bells have all kinds of interesting overtones on them, and they're fascinating on their own, but if you can adjust the transposition of your sample, you can have all those frequencies bouncing around each other in all kinds of fascinating ways. Why don't we add a couple different octaves of the sound? A little higher. A little lower. Even higher. Next one, we'll drop it 2 octaves. Get that boss, boss, boss. That's pretty nice. Pretty big. But what do you want for your drone? Nothing quite imbues that old oceanic feeling quite like a big reverb. So let's bump up that wet signal from plateau. Watch your levels, it'll get hot. There you go. Very interesting. That's today's multi-tape head sample manipulation CV routing trick with bells. I don't know. I like it. When we hit this latch again, it'll send a 0 signal to all the pulse widths. So all the oscillators will reverse. And it'll trigger the release phase of this envelope, which is hooked up to all the volumes of all the voices of Sussudio. So we run the bell backwards and fade out. That's it. That's my drone.